Hi everybody, so I have with me today the Dell Latitude 7480 14-inch laptop and the Dell 5000 series 14-inch screen laptop. So the Vostro is like the small business budget-friendly laptop. The Latitude is the, I guess, corporate targeted business laptop, and they're both 14 inches, but they are very different in their form factor and the weight and the overall size. And I just wanted to call this out and kind of demonstrate how much different two 14-inch laptops can be in terms of like their form factor. And you know, this Latitude is much smaller, even though it's the same size screen. So this might help sway your decision one way or another. So let's take a look. I'll demonstrate. So on the right-hand side here, that's the Dell Latitude 7480. Over here is the Dell Vostro 5000 series 14. So it's both 14-inch laptops, but you would think by looking at the Vostro over here, how much bigger it is. It looks like a 15-inch laptop. And look, the bezel size on this guy is just huge. It's huge. Not that the Latitude is great. It's, you know, it's still got kind of an ugly bezel, but much thinner than what you get on the Vostro. Now, if I had the XPS, and I wish I did, you'll see it has like the bezel-less design, so it's even better. You get much less bezel area. Worst of all is at the bottom here. Just, I mean, look at all this wasted area. Just a huge gap of like, not gap, but huge space of like probably a couple of inches just wasted. And think about it, if you're on like an airplane and you've got a seat in front of you that's tilted down because the guy's, you know, resting. There's like there's about an inch of difference in here, at least an inch, and so that's a big deal on an airplane in tight quarters. So lower profile Latitude 7480 there, so you're getting a better design just by having a smaller clearance at the top there. Now if I come above here, so I'll kind of like to line up the fronts and stand above them. Again, you'll see the footprint of the 7480, the Latitude 7480 is much smaller in terms of the keyboard, but even then you've still got some, you know, some wasted space on the sides. But look at all that wasted space on the sides of the Vostro. Yikes. Some other things to point out, like even though they're the same size, so we get a dedicated page up and page down key on the Latitude. Over on the Vostro, oh man, no dedicated page up or page down. That is so annoying, for me at least, and makes the laptop much less usable because I'm always using page up, page down, scrolling through documents. Now, let's close these lids and then just kind of take a look at the overall like profile as far as like the size. So again, you can see that the Latitude is much smaller, much less footprint. So I'm going to now put them on top of each other. So and put them the Latitude flush so you can get a better idea. And look at this. Look at the footprint. The Latitude fits inside the Vostro. The Vostro is at least an inch deeper at the back. So it's going to take up more space, and on the side here you can see it's wider, so it's going to take up more space. Now I will give one win to the Vostro. We put them side by side, and right at the front you'll see they're about the same thickness, but as you go back, the Vostro is kind of the same thickness all the way back, but the Latitude, and it's hard to see here, it does taper up a bit, so it raises to the back, so it's got like a sloped profile, whereas the Vostro is more of it's kind of a flat profile. It's the same thickness all the way through, so it is slightly thinner, but if you're putting this into a backpack, the Latitude is going to fit more easily just simply because it's a smaller footprint and form factor. Now on to the weighing in and see which one's lighter, because that's hugely important as well. Okay, so let's weigh these laptops in and see how they compare to each other. So I've got the Vostro 14 on the left and the Latitude 7480 on the right, both 14-inch screen laptops. So let's weigh in the Vostro first. So we're in a bit. Put him on there, And I don't know if you can see that, but it says 3 pounds, 9 ounces. So 3 pounds, 9 ounces. Well, it's having a tough time deciding. We'll call it 3 pounds, 9 ounces there. Okay, so that's the Vostro 14. Now let's move over to the Latitude 7480. See how much he weighs. 3 pounds, 2.9 ounces. So it's about 6 ounces of difference, just over 6 ounces of difference. And that might not sound like much, but you can really feel it. If you're picking it up with one hand, like I often do, and you're putting it into a backpack, you can feel that 6 ounces and it'll make a difference. And, you know, as you're adding stuff to a backpack, weights add up. And, you know, these are the same size screen laptops. So for 6 ounces, you're getting the same size screen. And if I'm like most people, it's you want lighter, not heavier. So the Dell Latitude is definitely better than the Vostro 14 in that respect. Much lighter weight. Okay, so to summarize, I have the Vostro 14 5000 series. It's on the right, obviously much bigger than the Latitude 7480 that's on the left. Both 14-inch laptops, but the Latitude has a lower profile, smaller footprint, less weight. So if you're traveling a lot, that better portability is going to be a big deal and something you should definitely think about when comparing these two laptops. Latitude has a higher price, but you get a better form factor, less weight.